Hey everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of AniBreak, the show where we break down the week's hottest topics in anime, manga, and video games. Or that's what we normally do, but we're going to twist things a more Vocaloid-centric turn this episode around, because we actually have a guest on. His name is Justin. You might know him as VocaP. He is a Vocaloid artist. You can see a lot of his work on YouTube, and things he does with the Miku Miku Dance work blows me away, and I need to talk to him about it. But instead of me gushing about it, why don't we just talk to him? Justin, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing good.
Glad you're able to jump on.
Thank you.
So, I have to ask, how did you get into Vocaloids in the first place?
I got into Vocaloid, oh god, it was, I believe, 2008 or so. I got into Vocaloid when I heard about the Hatsune Miku software.
Okay.
And then that's when everything just magically changed.
But because you look at it as, okay, it's a way for you to almost interact with a quasi-anime character when it first came out. Gotta love Krypton for what they did with the character voice packs.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that Miku is actually your favorite Vocaloid out of all of them out there?
Yes, she is. I'm working with her English voice bank right now.
How is that, actually? Because that only recently came out, in August? Or...
Yeah, August 30th, I believe, yeah.
And it's the exact same...
And that was right on my birthday, too. Because August 30th is my birthday, too.
That was a nice little birthday present for yourself, then, to pick up. Very nice. How... in a sense of using the program, how does it normally work? Is it more like Pro Tools, or is it very easy for anybody just to pick up?
It's very easy for anybody just to pick up, pretty much.
Okay.
You can just, basically you buy the software first, and then you buy the voice bank separately, because the software doesn't come with the voice bank.
Okay.
And you install the software first, you get all the essentials for it that it comes with, and then you buy the voice bank as well, and then you install that, and then basically there you go, you're on your way to making music. Just put in notes and there you go. Very
cool. You were saying there was additional software, like the actual voice packs. That's what, about $150 US.
Yeah.
What are the other programs that would be necessary? Do you have a ballpark pricing for those as well? Just trying to get an idea of what it would cost to get into something like this.
Here, let me actually pull it up. Because I really don't remember. I've paid a lot for Vocaloids to actually buy them. Here, let me look.
But it's definitely while you're looking it up, it's definitely one of those packs that, do you get like the upgrades to it, like the app end versions that just tie in with it?
Yes, you do.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So you're not paying as much for the upgrades. I'm guessing the only downside to that being is that if you want to use multiple different Vocaloid voice banks, you have to buy them all separate, right?
Yeah, you gotta buy all the voice banks separately.
That's gonna get really expensive.
Oh yeah, it does. It sure in the heck does.
Now, regarding with the English pack and the Japanese pack, for me, when I've listened to the Japanese demos so far, they don't sound as pleasant to my ear as, say, the Japanese ones. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that, because I can see all the comments online, not on YouTube because their new comment system sucks, but...
we're going to get on a rant about that later.
Yes, we are. But, I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Is it more along the lines of we're all just so used to hearing Miku sing in Japanese, or... is it actually a different style?
Pretty much it's just everybody so used to Miku singing in Japanese. Because English transition is kind of hard for people.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay, I understand that. So, well, we'll get back to the Vocaloid stuff in a minute, because we have other stuff to talk about. There was some news that happened over the past week. Let's start off with my good friends over at 11 Arts. They've been the partner with a number of anime companies here in the States regarding bringing anime to U.S. theaters. They've worked a lot with like the Ava movies, the Full Metal Alchemist movies. Mass Effect had a short stream in a few theaters. Of course, the Monica movies. They're also working with the upcoming theatrical release for the United States of the Monica Rebellion movie, which comes out in December. They've done a lot, but thankfully they are nowhere near done, because they just made the announcement in coordination with Funimation that they will be screening Evangelion 3.0 in theaters across the United States and Canada this upcoming January. So
that's gonna be fun.
What's interesting though is that usually when they bring these over, it's more often than not just Japanese dub, English subtitles, which is the way I prefer it. But it looks like the majority of screenings for this version, because it's tied in with Funimation, is going to be the English dub. Although some specific theaters will screen the film in Japanese with English subtitles, but they won't state which ones yet. So
that's really interesting, and they won't state it now.
Yeah, I mean, what's your take on, do you want to see this with the English dub? Have you seen the previous two Ava movies with the English dub, or?
I have seen them with the English dub. I actually have them on DVD in my anime case right now. I have both of them. I have seen the English and Japanese. I prefer Japanese with subtitles.
I agree with you with that there. Although I do give the English dub a shot no matter what I watch, just to see where it's going, because there are still some English voice actors that I do follow and I enjoy their work. I'm hoping that Funimation does as a good job with the English dub for this movie as it did with the past two. Although I haven't seen it yet. Although it's Ava 3.0 in Japanese has been screened at a couple different theaters in the United States at like film festivals and whatnot. I've yet to see it, and I'm kind of pissed at myself for not seeing it. So, oh well. I've been hearing mixed reviews, but I'm trying to hold off reading them until I watch it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing if they're working with 11 Arts, it's going to come to LA. It's going to probably be at the Downtown Independent. So.
Yep, like the Magical Mirai concert was.
Oh, that was such a great concert.
Oh, it was.
I hope they do more than that.
I do too.
I believe that company was like Japan Live Event Viewing or something like that, where they did the satellite broadcast for the Magical Mirai concert, albeit delayed because the actual concert was like 2 a.m. Pacific time or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning or something.
So I'm hoping they'll do more like that. I've yet to hear any information from them. So food for thought on that. Jumping over to Japan from the United States for a moment. Let's talk about OreImo real quick, or Ore no Moto. I'm not going to try to say the entire title because that's so damn long.
I know.
It kind of started a trend. There was several anime series that continue the trend of having an incredibly long title and then having like a 2 or 3 syllable, shortened name for it. Although I think AKB48 has the record right now. They released a new album just a couple weeks ago with a title that I'm not even going to try because it has 76 characters in it. The English translation's like 30 words long. For a song, though the title's longer than the song itself. Yeah. So let's stop that and move on. But going back to OreImo, the author of the light novel series is actually working on the next work, and we finally have a cover for the light novel. Now, granted, this is not guaranteed there's going to be a manga adaptation and an anime adaptation, but given how insanely popular OreImo was, given its questionable content, I guess you can call it, it's obvious that this one's going to get the same treatment. This was going to be released in December 10th in Japan. The translated title is called Ero Manga Sensei, My Little Sister and the Locked Room. The idea behind it, the story, is that you have the guy in the back. He is an author, and he's been working with an Ero manga artist for cover design and whatnot. Never met the person whatsoever. But he also has sister, but not by blood. They have to add that not by blood so you know exactly where this is going. End up living with him, and she's always in her room. She never leaves. But of course, through a turn of events, they find out that, in fact, they are working with each other. And so I'm guessing hilarity ensues. I have no idea. The way the design is, and I look at it and I go, okay, this is OreImo without the blood, without having blood ties. So we'll see what happens. To answer Spooky Cookie Kubi in the chat, it is a younger sister. So of course it's a younger sister. They have to go for that style. Let's call it that. Yeah.
And then he says older sisters are way better.
And people have let me say this. Different strokes for different folks. People like younger, people like older, people like bestiality. I have no idea. It can go in all different ways.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, what were your thoughts on OreImo? Did you actually watch it, or did you enjoy it?
I watched the first season and I enjoyed it a little bit.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Didn't watch the second season at all?
Not yet. I plan to. It's on my list.
I had to be quiet then because there was the second season and then there was a 3-episode OVA finale.
Yeah.
That, without going into detail, everybody raged online so much.
Yeah,
about
I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah, I look at it and I'm going, oh, geez, really? So, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we are, probably smack dab in the middle of the fall anime season. The winter anime season's coming up, and there's already companies talking about what to showcase in 2014. Well, we actually have a video, which is a preview for a new series that's coming out in the winter, and there's a little history behind this one, in the sense that this series was initially announced back in 2003. And it was supposed to come out, and people were very stoked for it. But unfortunately, the author of the story actually passed away during production, and they just, shelved it. And then Bushiroad got into it and decided, you know what, we're going to revive this and keep on moving forward with it. I'll give you a little more information about it after the trailer. This is for a new series in the winter called Neppu Kariku Bushiroad.
On with the trailer.
Looks good.
It does. I like the music.
Yeah, it has a really moving soundtrack to it. It sounds great. Now, I'm guessing that the animation the quality increased over time. They probably went back and redid a bunch of stuff. The history behind it, like I stated, it was announced initially in 2003 as a partnership between studios Takara, Broccoli, and Gainax. So,
Gainax?
Gainax is involved with this. So, yeah,
that is awesome. I like a lot of Gainax's stuff.
But unfortunately, after the story creator passed away, it was put on hiatus, and then Bushiroad got involved earlier this year, was going to revive this as a fall anime, and then they decided, you know what, we're gonna push it back a little bit to the winter because we want to integrate this with our brand new trading game 5 Cross. That's gonna be tied with like Fantasia Doll, Infinite Stratos, etc., etc. So there's going to be a special on New Year's Eve, but the series itself starts in January. I'm wondering. I mean, one, I'm going to watch it because the trailer looks cool. I'll give it a couple episodes.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it too because I really like the music of that trailer.
Oh, it has a real driving sound to it. I love it.
Yeah.
But my curiosity is piqued about, well, what did they change from the original version to the 2013 version? I'm wondering if they'll actually come out and state what was the change there. But you have Bushiroad now involved. You have Bandai Visual involved. You still have Gainax, Broccoli.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to this.
I am too. It looks really good from the trailer, from what I can see.
And I mean, even with the little poster that they revealed for it, they try to bring a sense of epicness to it. Although, I'm kind of surprised, given usually when you have a series like this, it's usually 50-50 male-female. Yeah. I'm kind of seeing not that same here, but who knows?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that did not see that for the sole fact that usually if they try to utilize more females in the cast, which I don't consider myself a sexist, but if there are less females in the series or less female characters, then you don't run the chance of it turning into a harem.
Yeah.
Because harem animes are great because you know exactly what it is. If I take a serious battle series and then turn it into a harem, it doesn't work halfway through. That's just me. Oh well. I wanted to mention this real quick from Discotech Media. They've been around for decades, basically. They've released some of the really great anime back in the day, and apparently they're rescuing some licenses that apparently semi-recently ended with other companies. So they picked them up, they rescued them, and they're going to re-release them. I'm incredibly happy. Some of you may have never heard of these titles, but I will explain some of them to you. So they announced 4 new titles that were released in 2014. One of them is actually the first special for the first TV special, I should say, for Lupin the Third. Don't think that's ever been available in the States, called Bye Bye Liberty Crisis. They also going to re-release DNA Squared, which all I can call it is a sci-fi sex comedy. It's kind of random like that. They are going to re-release the anime adaptation of Fatal Fury from the video game. But the one I'm looking forward to the most is on the left-hand side of your screen. They are going to re-release Dragon Half. It was by far and away, in my mind, one of the funniest anime series of the 90s. I absolutely, truly enjoyed it. It's kind of crazy. It's definitely a fantasy comedy style, but honestly, it works well. The animation works well to the comedy, and I highly recommend people checking those out when it comes out.
I'll probably have to watch it then.
Oh, yes. It was fun. Now, I'm granted some of the comedy may show its age nowadays, but I mean, it's almost 20 years old. So, actually, it was released in 93, so it is 20 years old. Okay. My bad.
It is okay.
All right. Well, I want to jump back over to some Vocaloid stuff with you, Justin. Miku Miku Dance. What the hell is it?
Miku Miku Dance is a free animating software that you can download on the VPVP wiki. And actually, let me get the link and I'll post it in your chat so you can bring the web page up if you'd like.
Okay. I read online that it's freeware, so you don't have to pay for it. It's massively supported by the community, and it's been used in not only music videos but also like what else, like action movies and whatnot. I mean, fan based, but okay. I mean, what do you use it for, actually? I mean, do you mainly use it for the music videos, or?
I basically just use it to put videos out there with different models and different styles of shading and all this cool lighting effects and a bunch of other different effects.
Okay. Now, anybody can use this? I mean, is there an English version available, or?
Yes, it's English and Japanese.
English and Japanese, okay.
If you have a English computer, it will automatically recognize it as an English PC.
Okay.
And you can just download it, and there you go.
Very cool. Because, I don't know, I've looked at videos before online, and I've actually really enjoyed them. I've enjoyed the work you've done. We'll show a video of that in a moment. But I have to wonder, because some of the movements are so intricate, and they look so good. Are they all done by hand, or is there cheats for creators to use, like mocap?
Some are done by hand. Okay. Some are done by mocap with a little bit of trickery around that. Somehow, I don't know how people do it.
I mean, it's got to take a crap load of time and effort to work on stuff like this.
Yeah, I've tried it. I wasn't good.
So you have
I wasn't
a
good.
friend who actually goes about and handles the animation part for you, or?
Yeah, I have a friend whose name is Raiku P,
Mm-hmm.
and he makes motion data, and he also makes music as well.
Very cool. Okay, well, let's showcase a video real quick of what you worked on. This is in Miku Miku Dance. You worked with your friend on this, using the theme song for Danny Chu's Culture Japan series,
Yes, I did.
and utilizing a model that people should probably recognize very quickly. So,
Yep, the Mirai model.
all right, enjoy. Impressive as all hell in terms of just
Yep.
the range of motion you can get with one of these characters. And I'm guessing the hair and the clothes are just handled by the computer in a physics render, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's all done by physics and stuff like that.
Because I was gonna say, if someone's able to have to go through step by step and handle the physics by hand, no, I would take a month and a half just for that.
Oh, hell yeah, it will.
Just gonna leave it at that. I was laughing at the our viewers in the chat because they brought back the feelings, because back when I was hosting AX Live, we had to deal with Danny where we were showcasing an episode of Culture Japan right after our show. So yeah, good nostalgia right there.
Yep.
Now, in regards to building these models, do you know what it takes, or is it all you have a base idea and you can just let your imagination run wild, or?
There are bases you can download that people have already made, and you can just go off of that base and get like parts for it, and you can search on DeviantArt for all those parts, and you can download all that.
Okay, very cool. Because I know you have a friend working on a model for your mascot. This is a picture of your mascot.
Yep.
Very, very nice. I need a mascot of my own one of these days. And then this is actually a shot of the model work in progress. That, in regards to the clothing, that's just a matter of just wrapping the model in certain design, or is that a whole other process?
Basically, it's just done by parts, or sometimes it's pre-made.
Okay.
Like, so,
Okay.
like in Maya and 3D Max and stuff like that.
Oh, Maya. I remember using Maya back in the day.
Yep.
But we'll save those stories for another time. But
Yep.
before we move on to non-Vocaloid stuff, you wanted to mention about a new voice bank coming out that I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been more information released yet, considering this character's birthday just kind of passed recently.
Yep.
So this was the voice 3 bank for Mako, right? She was
Mako.
The first, I want to say the first Vocaloid by Yamaha, or
I believe so.
She was one of the first ones before Krypton started making their voice banks for Miku and Rinley and all them. So, what information do you know so far about this? I mean, is this going to be good?
The information that I know so far about it is that I know it's going to get released next year.
Okay.
And then the other side, I know that she's going to maybe get in English as well.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. That could
Yeah,
be
she
really
might be.
nice.
She might be getting in English.
Because I will say this.
Because I know Kaito has gotten in English, and Kaito was part of Mako.
Right, the male side, yes.
Yeah.
And I've noticed a significant portion of Mako's songs, as of late, have a very jazzy feel to them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think as her voice works well for that. That's something I've enjoyed. I just wish they would have her do more than just the same damn song over and over again at the concerts.
Yeah.
But oh well.
I mean, there's not that many songs for Mako, I've noticed.
Well, I think it's more along the lines of she's, for lack of a better phrase, so old and is not as popular as, say, any of the Krypton Vocaloids.
Yeah, like Miku, Luca, Ren and Line.
Yeah, I love me some Luca. I actually have the Luca, the figure. I have a lot of the albums. Although I have to say that the Vocaloid that's actually starting to capture a lot of my listening time nowadays is actually Ia. This is a picture of her, a fan drawing. She's actually a Vocaloid not by Krypton, not by Yamaha. I forget the third company it's behind. off the top of
I
my head
forgot as well.
but her initial voice is Leah. She was actually the um, musician who did the opening for like Angel Beats.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of creepy when you listen to it the first time around, especially when you start listening to the Angel Beats theme song. The actual voice and the Vocaloid voice, it's kind of eerily similar.
It is actually. I've noticed that. I actually listened to both at the same time, and it kind of matches.
Good times, good times.
Yep.
Well, let's jump on to anime. I mean, this is AniBreak.
Yeah.
We do talk about anime, and we watch a hell of a lot. I know I watch.
Yep.
Some people say too much, but there's never such a thing as that.
Hey, I do the same.
So, what have you been watching as of late? What's captured your eye?
I've been watching a lot of Kill la Kill.
Nice.
I've been watching Miss Monochrome as well.
Miss Monochrome kind of took me by surprise. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah.
I knew very little about Miss Monochrome before it started airing on Crunchyroll. I know she's the Vocaloid for Yui Horie.
Yeah.
She's used as kind of like an opener to her concerts. And the fact that she's getting her little 5-minute long anime series, I wasn't expecting much. But it's been getting better and better every single episode.
It is.
I
Episode 7 should be coming out soon, I believe it was.
Well, episode 7 is out. It's episode 8 that comes out next week.
Yeah, it's episode 8.
But they love to parody a lot of things that happen within the Vocaloid community, and especially just the otaku community in general.
Yeah.
Like there's an episode nothing about nothing but Nendroids.
Yeah.
And of course, coming out of that, Good Smile comes out and says, "We're gonna make a Miss Monochrome Nendroid." I don't know. You think this is gonna be the breakout hit? It's gonna expand to a whole nother season, or
probably? I'm thinking it will.
As long as they keep it to just the 5-minute length episodes. If they try to go a full 30 minutes, I think it'll lose its appeal.
Yeah.
So, but Kill la Kill, holy crap!
I know.
Gynax has been drinking and smoking who knows what, but I want some of it. It's absolutely mind-blowing what they've done with it. Do you have a favorite moment so far, or a memorable event from the series so far?
Not that I know of.
It's just a blur of
I just been
craziness.
enjoying the anime that much.
No worries. I'm wondering though that if Studio Trigger is doing this much with the classic Gynax style, because it's all former Gynax employees, where did they go from here?
I know.
I mean, they're already going kind of down the same path of Gurren Lagann, where and that one ended with 2 giant bosses throwing universes at each other. So I have no idea where this one can go, or even if they can even try to one-up it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was a good anime so far. I really like the art style from Gurren Lagann.
It's still one of my top 10 favorite. I'm still waiting for an English translation of the new manga that just recently started in Japan, where they took all the characters from Gurren Lagann and threw them in an alternate universe, and they're all in high school.
Huh.
So good art style so far. I've only read the first chapter. I'm waiting for more, so it needs to happen.
Hopefully Crunchyroll will pick up the manga on their new service.
Are you actually subscribed to their manga service now, or?
Not yet. I actually don't have a Crunchyroll subscription. I just have their normal account.
Gotcha, I understand.
So I have the ads and all that.
No worries. Yeah, I've been singing the praises of Crunchyroll manga for the past couple of weeks. Been reading just a bunch of manga on my iPad via their app. Works flawlessly. I don't have any lag in terms of just loading chapters up. Looks great. And they have decent selection too. I'm wondering if they're going to spin this off into something else now that they've been reportedly bought by someone, but we'll see what happens with that. Anything else you've been watching lately besides Kill la Kill and Miss Monochrome?
I've been watching Shuffle. I've been rewatching Shuffle.
Very nice.
Good old Shuffle.
But reading or watching it wasn't just enough for you, was it?
No, I had last night to find the visual novel, and I started playing that earlier.
Very nice. Well, is it hard to say which arc you're thinking you're going on first, or have you even started?
I'm like near the arc where you just start to choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I'm near that
Gotcha.
section.
No worries. Well, wow, we are running a little longer than expected, so I think we're gonna jump over the video game news. I mean, yeah, PS4 is coming out this week, Xbox in another couple weeks. Who's gonna buy it? Not me.
Not me as well.
One, money, and two, the game selection just doesn't appeal to me right now. So I'll wait 6 months. But I did want to talk quickly about the figures that's been announced so far. We were just talking about Kill La Kill, and Fat Company just made the announcement that they are working on a 1/8 scale Ryuko.
Oh,
it was kind of expected. We all kind of saw where Kill La Kill was going, and it was like, it's already swarming tens of thousands of fans all over the world. Obviously, they're going to make a figure or two.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with the regular schoolgirl outfit first. They went straight for the revealing outfit. Let's call it that.
Yeah. The fan service outfit.
Yeah. The other bit of figure announcement, real quick, was by Supersonico. Now she's the mascot of Nitro Plus. She actually has her own anime coming out, which was kind of surprising. And of course, she has a slew of figures coming out, and here's the latest one. Had to zoom in a bit because she's on average not safe for work, so let's leave it at that. But the thing about this little figure is that it's claiming that it's going to be a talking figure. So Griffin Enterprises made the announcement that this version is going to be the first in their new voice collection, or VC series. So this one's going to be 1/7 scale, and there's going to be a button on the I guess you can call it a pillow that she's on, and she's going to have she's going to play she'll play one of 5 newly recorded voice clips, I'm guessing from the upcoming anime.
Yeah. Interesting.
Let me ask you this, Justin. I mean, are you a fan of Supersonico, like all the figures and what Nitro Plus does, or
I'm a fan of Supersonico. I barely listen to some of her stuff, but I am a fan.
Okay. It's just one of those, for me, I was so heavily into the Krypton Vocaloids that, I'd heard about the side Vocaloids. I mean, yeah, I like Gumi, but when it came to Supersonico, it was just not for me. Like, I'll listen to it and be like, okay, cool, but I won't buy the figures. I'll probably give only the anime series 1 episode, but it's not for me at this time. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
what else is on the list?
We have the question of the week. And I know you guys were asking for, actually, to bring this back for a while, so I was able to. We started off last week with the new episode. This first question was posted by Anime Manga Antagonist from the chat. And the question was, which is the greater cerebral shoujo? Which basically, in terms of symbolism and how messed up it was to the point of the therapy bills that the fans would have going to their going to the doctor. A few of you have already responded. I know Pernizawa sent a tweet stating, Monica, because you can have characters that are dying left and right, and the mascot character is as creepy as he is cute. Okay. All right. You have a few other people that popped in. I saw Dave post that was going for Monica because all he said was episode 10, that feel. And I'm like, okay, I understand that was Homona's episode, and she was kind of messed up because of that episode. So
I was actually going to say the same thing when we were going to bring that up.
Well, I mean, Justin, what's your thoughts? What would you think is the more cerebral anime, the more messed up one?
I would have to go with Madoka on that one.
And why is that?
I'm not really sure. I'm just saying Madoka. That's it.
All right, no problem. I remember when AMA posted this question to me initially, in the like on a Facebook chat.
Mm-hmm.
He went straight with Monica as well. A lot of people will go with Monica, but here's the thing though. I'm actually gonna disagree with all y'all because I think Utena was the more cerebral and the more messed up. And a lot of people are going for Monica right now because it's fresh, it's new, and a lot of the scenes that are shocking were designed just to shock and awe, but it wasn't really cerebral. It didn't really truly affect you. Or like, crap, that character's dead or that character's messed up. Okay, and you just move on. But when you watch Utena, it still has similar things like characters dying off and whatnot, but there's multiple issues that's going on throughout the series. Like death plays a massive role in all of it, with all the symbolism of coffins in almost every single episode. It's kind of really annoying right there. They also like to mess with the viewer's heads with the whole the sexuality archetypes. It's called. They also have gender role issues. You try to throw all of this and throw a shoujo in there as well, you're gonna come out changed. Let's call it that, changed. So, for me, I think that the issues that happen in Utena would strike deeper into the psyche of fans, more so than Monica. Monica, shock value. Yes, it sucks. Certain things happened, but you didn't have as deep a connection as rather watching, Utena and like I care for this person like so much because I've invested so much time in them, longer than 11 episodes, and all of a sudden, what the hell? So that's just me. I prefer Utena over Monica. Now that being said, I will still go see Rebellion the day it comes out in theaters. So
yeah, I will too. I will go see
which
it.
It's the first. Well, there's going to be a premiere at the Egyptian Theater, December 3rd. In LA. That one's already sold out. They wanted $40 a ticket. I said no. But a few days later, on December 6th, it goes over to the Downtown Independent, and those tickets start at like $15.
I'd have to go with the Independent.
Same film, much cheaper. You want to go that route, so I will probably.
I always want to go that route.
I hope to see you guys there, Justin. I hope you're going to be there as well. But let's get to the new question of the week. And this one was actually suggested by Prinizawa. Just remember to you guys, if you have any ideas for a question of the week, regardless of what it is, as long as it's somewhat anime and video game based, we'll take it. But Prini asks, if you could ride any Pokemon, which one would you choose?
Oh, I know this one already.
Now, given the fact that I've lost count of how many hundreds, it's well over, 700 Pokemon now?
Around there, yeah.
Something like that.
Now with X and Y.
Jeez, it's going to keep on growing. Not to mention, online there's a video of a Poke Rap. It's been updated after every single game. So now it's like 15 minutes long and the guy's rapping about every single Pokemon. It's actually kind of hilarious, so.
You gotta send that to me. I gotta watch it.
All right. So you guys can respond to this. Go hit up my Facebook or Twitter accounts. It's the same, OtakuLife Jason, and we will submit and we'll showcase the best responses during next week's episode.
Okay.
Well, it was nice having you on, Justin.
Thank you.
You showcase some things about Vocaloids and Miku Miku Dance that some of it I actually did not know. to be completely honest, I've been a fan of the music. I've been less of a fan regarding the videos, but that's just because I've only started getting into them. And so I'm really glad you able to jump on. You guys need to check out his work. If you head over to where is it YouTube, I think it is, youtube.com/ what is it,
Vocaloid.
There, right there, Vocaloid MMD 34. So you can go there, subscribe to it. You can check out all the stuff. It's not just MMD videos either. It's like random gaming videos, and what else is on there?
Gaming videos, my other hobby, which is trains. I do upload that. Very
cool. You stick mostly to like the West Coast tracks, or?
Yeah, I'm mostly down here in San Diego, fanning, filming trains, and I also volunteer at a railway museum.
Oh, cool! Very cool.
And I am actually doing brakeman training.
Just keep along with it. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
The other thing that you do is actually another show you just recently started, right?
Yes, it's called actually, I didn't start it. I actually just joined it a few weeks ago. It's called the Mini Arcade Show. And basically, me and my friend Zango, which is in the chat right now, we are starting a game reviews thing on the Mini Arcade Show, which we review games and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the main show is like, which is on Saturdays. The guys, Mindless Gonzo, T-Bone, and a bunch of other hosts, they go around and ask other bronies for interviews and stuff like that.
Nice. So we have video game reviews mixed in with My Little Pony brony culture. That's for one who enjoys both of them. That is a winning combination. I'm very supportive of this. I approve of this.
Yep.
Now, you said it was every other Saturday evening, like between around 8 and 10 p.m. is when it usually starts, right?
Yes.
Now, is that this Saturday or next Saturday?
This Saturday, actually,
there's
a show.
So you guys should check it out. Livestream.com/the Mini Arcade Show. Show up around 8 o'clock. If it's not there, show up around 10 o'clock. I haven't watched any of it yet, but honestly, I'm going to be there this Saturday to check it out. So I hope to see you guys there in the chat.
Yeah, I'll send you a link when they air.
Sweet. And of course, also, if you've forgotten about that link, I'll post it all over my Facebook and Twitter sites as well. So, all right, guys, it was an absolute blast. Again, thank you very much, Justin, for jumping on the show. You are welcome back anytime.
You're welcome. You're much welcome.
Sweet. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for post-show. Be sure to put your submissions for the Moment of Zen in the chat right now.
Moment of Zen. That's going to be fun.
It is fun. So, on behalf of AniBreak and Justin, I'm Jason. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next week. Take it easy, everybody.